Good morning, everyone, and happy 4th of July. You're taking a live look out over Spear and Logan in Denver right now. And my goodness, we have the most beautiful day ahead of us as we are getting ready to celebrate. Thank you so much for joining us bright and early. If you're up, that's amazing on a day up. I'm Anusha Roy.
And I'm Erica Lopez. Yes, we appreciate it so much. And it's going to be a gorgeous day for anyone getting ready to celebrate. We have Ed Green with us this morning to talk about your forecast. And Ed kind of couldn't have picked we're actually sending out to Jordan. I just skipped ahead to weather. We want to send it out to our own Jordan Chavez, who is out live in Greeley ahead of the Greeley Stampede and all the parade fun. Hey, Jordan.
Good morning, Anusha and Erica. You know me. I'm just always trying to insert myself in places where I don't belong. But thank you so much. Happy 4th of July. Good morning. We're live here along the 4th of July parade route here in Greeley ahead of all the fun kicking off at 9 a.m. We've got all the details about that coming up in just a moment. Now we're going to send things over to Ed Green. Ed, I got to admit, for anybody that's coming out early to try to save those spots, and by the way, there are people doing just that, bring the jacket. I've got goosebumps, and not just because I'm excited. It's a little chilly out here right now.
Yeah, we had a cold front go through last night, so that's exactly what happened. Temperatures have cooled off, and here's the Greeley Stampede forecast, by the way. Look at this, 84 degrees. You expect to be in the 90s as you get to the 4th of July holiday, but we'll be 84 degrees, maybe an isolated storm. Same for tomorrow with a high of 85 degrees. So that cool front, after 93 yesterday, will cool us off into the 80s today. Here are the temperatures we're seeing right now. Mostly 50s over the eastern plains with a few 60s down to the south. Look at the high country, 30s and 40s, and out to the west, temperatures in the 40s, 50s, and low 60s. Nothing going on around the state on radar, so we'll go right to the forecast with 85 degrees today. Plenty of sunshine to go around. Then tomorrow we're at 83 degrees. Lots of sunshine. We keep the sunshine around on Saturday, warm it up to 89. This is normal for this time of year, and over the next several days, we're only going to hit it twice. 81 degrees on Sunday. Another front comes through. Gives us a chance for showers and thunderstorms with 81 the high. 84 on Monday with sunny skies, and back to the normal high of 89 by your Tuesday.
Well, new overnight, yet another example of why firefighters are warning about fire danger right now. Aurora Fire says that the fire started near East Glasgow Drive, south of Arapahoe Road. You take a look at a map of the area that happened. The fire is out and no one was hurt, so that's good news. Still no word, though, on how it started. Firefighters really want your attention because so many parts of the state are very dry right now. Plus, it's been so hot, that means a higher risk for fires. So right now, unincorporated areas of western Boulder County are under Stage 1 fire restrictions. That means no fireworks within the area. It also means no campfires or barbecues on public land or parking on grass if the grass is going to touch the bottom of your car. New this morning, a lot of Coloradans will be heading to the water with friends and family for the 4th of July weekend.
Yeah, Colorado's Department of Parks and Wildlife says a fun day swimming can quickly turn into a nightmare if you're not wearing a life jacket.
9 News reporter Brianna Fernandez is live at Cherry Creek Reservoir this morning. And Brianna, you talked with a mom who's really trying to help as many families as possible.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And one of those ways that she decided to help out people after her son died back in 2018 is creating a life loaner jacket where he died at that reservoir. So I do want to show you right now. So if you're coming out to any Colorado reservoirs this weekend and enjoying the nice weather that we're going to have, you're actually going to see these life jacket loaner stations. There's 2 at Chatfield, 2 at Cherry Creek Reservoir where I'm currently at, and then also at Boyd Lake. So the most recent loaner station, like I mentioned, opened up at Miramonte Reservoir in San Miguel County. Pamela Barrett lost her son Tanner at that reservoir back in 2018. He was 21 at the time. So fast forward 6 years, his memory was honored with the opening of 2 life jacket loaner station. And Pam says she wanted to create something positive after such a tragedy. Now, while it took her a while to discuss the loss of her son and even go back to that same reservoir, she eventually formed a bond with one of the CPW crews who was there the day her son went missing. Take a listen.
One thing she has said, and it stuck with me, she said, yeah, this won't bring Tanner back, these stations, but if it saves one life, then gosh, that, it's so worth it. Even if it just saves one, hopefully it saves many, but even for that one.
Please wear your life jacket because, I don't even know, it's so hard. Just if not for yourself, then for your family, because it's been such a struggle every day. So hopefully they use them.
Now take a look at these stats. It's still very early in the summer season, and CPW says that there have been around 20 fatalities across the state. So far this year, water-related deaths are surpassing last year. 32 people died throughout the summer of 2023, and this year is trending closer to 2022, when more than 42 people died while being out in the water without a life jacket. So again, back out here live, Pam says take advantage of these life jacket loaner stations. You're going to see them at several state parks, reservoirs, lakes. You're going to see also life jackets for both kids and adults. Of course, once these are filled up, right now it's very empty out here at Cherry Creek Reservoir, but once these are filled up, you can borrow one, you can put it on, and it's for free. For now, I'm live at Cherry Creek Reservoir. Brianna Fernandez for 9 News.
Yeah, and that kind of work is definitely going to save lives,
Yes.
especially as we get deeper and deeper into the summer. Thank you so much, Brianna.
New overnight, police in Denver are investigating a hit-and-run crash that left one person hurt. It happened at Spear and Colfax, and police haven't said much about who they're looking for, but our crew on the scene at the time tells us a white SUV hit a pedestrian, then drove off. We do not know how that pedestrian is doing this morning. We will bring you any updates as we hear more on air and online.
Tomorrow, the man accused of randomly shooting at people he did not know in Aurora is due in court. And now we're learning that he's been accused of doing this before. Austin Benson was charged in 2018 for a similar situation involving a family in Douglas County. Richard and Sherry Montoya say that they were driving up to Rampart Range for the 4th of July camping trip when a man got out of a car with an AR-15.
He looked right at us because when he was pointing the rifle, I literally was going, no, please don't shoot. I didn't understand why. In my mind, I thought maybe he was just not going to shoot and point it, but then he just started shooting.
Austin Benson was charged with attempted murder. Sherry and Richard went to every court hearing for years, but last October, Benson was found incompetent to stand trial and released. Sherry and Richard say that they feel like they never got justice, and they were so worried that something like this could happen again. And then on Friday, Richard got a call that Benson is suspected of shooting 3 people he did not know.
Now the family of 2 of those people says they're shocked Benson's prior cases were dropped. Adam Lottis says he was at home in Seattle when his dad called to say his brother and mother had been shot while they were out driving. Lottis says his brother has major damage to his elbow and a bullet is still lodged in his mother's shoulder. He says he thinks the man accused of shooting them should have stayed under some form of supervised care.
I find it completely outrageous that he was let go at all. And I get we're short on beds and we're short on evaluators and the mental health system is taxed, but if we talk about mental health so much in this country, why is the infrastructure not there?
Lottis is thankful to the people who rushed to help his brother and mother. He says one of them used a tourniquet, which he says saved his brother's arm. One of the people shot is still in the hospital. Benson is due in court tomorrow. We will keep you updated on this case as it unfolds.
It is 6:08 on your Thursday morning. President Joe Biden telling his team he is not dropping out of the race for president. He and Vice President Kamala Harris had a call with campaign staff after some Democrats have been calling for him to step aside. They've been questioning if he is the right choice because of his poor debate performance. Biden is now 6 points behind former President Donald Trump in a new CNN poll. The New York Times is reporting that Biden told an ally he is, quote, weighing whether to continue in the race, but the White House says that never happened and then reaffirmed that he is not dropping out.
A new poll from CNN shows most Americans do not think Trump will concede if he loses the election in November. 71% of people surveyed think this. During last week's debate, Trump would not promise he would accept the results of this year's election. And after the 2020 election, it took him 2 months to concede. He did the day after the riots on January 6th. New this morning, Israel and Hamas could be close to an agreement for a ceasefire and hostage release. The exact details are not clear yet, but CNN is reporting it would include an exchange of Palestinian prisoners and Israeli hostages. Plus, Hamas is asking for a complete ceasefire. People in Israel have been holding protests calling for a deal so that hostages will be released. Now, Israeli negotiators and political leaders are deciding whether to move forward with the next stage of negotiating.
New overnight, Hurricane Beryl is now down to a Category 3 storm right now after pummeling through Jamaica. You can see the damage left behind there and then across other islands in the Caribbean. It is the first time a major hurricane hit Jamaica since 1988. That was Hurricane Gilbert. At least 8 people have died across several countries in the Caribbean. Now Beryl is moving towards Mexico and Texas. People there are preparing with sandbags, cutting big branches off of trees. Shell and BP are also telling some of their employees to evacuate the area. Now, this is something we have been tracking all weekend long, and all week long. We've watched it go from a Cat 5 down to a Cat 4, down to a Cat 3. And Ed, this is something that you have been tracking all week as well, and it was really the timing too that really caught people by surprise.
Yeah, it was a small storm, and that lets it intensify river very rapidly, and also intensify to that Category 5 strength, which is a very strong storm. I think when it hits the Yucatan Peninsula, where it's headed now, you cut off that heat source, that warm water that is the engine for these storms, and that's when it dies down to tropical storm strength. Then it gets into the Gulf of New Mexico, and by the time it hits Brownsville, Texas, it may be a tropical storm, but nonetheless, it's going to have a lot of wind, a lot of rain along with it. But let's take a look at our weekend coming up as we take a look. 89 degrees on your Saturday, mostly fair conditions, and Sunday a little front goes through, so cooler, a high of 81 degrees, and a chance for late day showers and storms.
Thank you so much. Keep your eyes on the sky today. The Colorado Air National Guard will perform fighter jet flyovers over a large part of the state to celebrate Independence Day. The F-16C Vipers will take off from Buckley Space Force Base in Aurora and fly between 10 this morning and noon. Here's a look at the schedule for today. The jets will visit Lake City, Silverton, Rico, Telluride, Redstone, Granby, Greeley, and Firestone throughout the morning. You may be able to see the jets at towns in between as well. Now remember, these times are just estimates on your screen right now if you take a peek at those, and of course weather dependent as well. For a list of fireworks shows happening all around the state, you can text the word fireworks to 303-871-1491, and we will send you a link to the article on our website.